All right. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Red Stars' post-match press conference. We're going to get started with Bianca St-Georges and Yuki Nagasato. Apologies for the delay. We had an unexpected visitor come talk to us on the field. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and I'll use this call on you. Use the raise your hand function, I guess. Yeah, actually, raise your hand. Leslie, go ahead.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. Yuki, you just passed into second place in Red Stars goal contributions for all time. That's kind of a big deal. How you feeling?
What do you mean? I'm now the second place all the time to score the goal.
For the goal contribution, so goals and assists together.
Oh, the balls.
Yeah. Both goals and assists together, you're the second most.
The second most
Contribution.
I needed to be first.
You're only one away. You're close.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, but yeah, pretty all of it. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I'll take it. This team's been playing really well when you're all connected and in that full belief mindset. And it's been really enjoyable to watch. How do you keep the momentum up so you can have it for the next game?
I think we've been really focused on communicating this week at training because sometimes we overcomplicate things when there's so much we try to fix. It's been a bumpy season, but we went back to the basics and now we're seeing some results. So we're just going to build off that and just raise the standard because we can see that today we can show up. So let's keep that going.
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
Thanks, Leslie. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Yuki, I don't think we've met. Nice to meet you. I'm Joe. Bianca, if I may start with you. Last weekend, you told us you want more improvement. You want those goal scoring opportunities. You wanted to convert those at this new position of yours. Today, you go out, score, and then you kind of start the sequence for the second goal and then have that third one off the post. How are you feeling?
I mean, it's it's gratifying for real, but it's important to understand for me to reflect back onto what changed. And I took a different approach to my preparation and sometimes less is more. So I was trying to just breathe and slow down because like I was saying, I think I mentioned that last week, I'm going almost too fast, you know? And if I get to slow down, it actually makes us go more forward because I can combine with people when I'm not on an island. So it's really amazing when you take the time to reflect on what you can improve and then have your teammates on the same page. So
That's I taught her yesterday's practice. Slow down, take a breath.
Well, Yuki, I'm curious, when it seems like Bianca's most successful games are when she's really connecting with you in the attacking third, particularly. There's the advice you gave her yesterday, but what have you seen from Bianca this year as she's adjusted to a new position?
I mean, for me, she's not new position for me because we played together last season as same position.
Yeah.
I'm 10 and she's a winger. And then as we get in playing time more and more, we kind of understand more each other, where she's going to go and where she's more danger, where she's more threat. And I just needed to use her strengths. So that's my job on the field.
Wonderful. And then I have to ask, are we doing anything with little Alyssa Nair when big Alyssa Nair gets a clean sheet? It's made very viral marks. I'm curious if she was able to celebrate with the real Alyssa tonight.
I mean, she did a very good job today. I mean, as usual. So, yeah. I wanted to have more to enjoy the game, not just, showing her mad face or always being mad. So I kind of wanted her more be happy on the field. So maybe today she was a little happier than usual.
Thank you both for the time. I appreciate it and safe travels.
Thanks, Joe.
Taylor, go ahead.
Oh, sorry if there's ambient noise.
Just wanted to ask, kind of coming off of this game, right? You have a lot of momentum. Kind of how do you keep building that into the final stretch of the season?
That's a good question. Because every team is different. It's not whatever we did against Washington doesn't mean that's exactly what we're going to do next game. So I think it's important to not stay complacent, and we can celebrate today, but tomorrow it's back to work, recover, and then we'll slowly get into our next opponent, which is LA. It's still a while from now, so we're going to focus on us a little bit, but once we get closer to the LA game, we're going to start studying them and see our new game plan. It's really following things through with integrity that's going to help us keep the momentum going.
And then I think you guys have 15 or 16 game days until the next match. Do you guys have plans to have a little bit of downtime and kind of reset?
Yeah, I mean, we have to recover. That's part of the process. I'm grateful for that. But recovery is also work in some way, because the way you recover, and especially Yuki is one of the best examples for that. She's on the more veteran side, and she takes care of her body better than anyone else. So it's something to learn from. Recovery is just as important. It's still work and it takes time. So we need to make sure we're fresh for that game.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any last questions?
Nope.
Looks like no. All right. Chris up shortly. All right, we are back with Coach Petrucelli. Again, if you have a question, please raise your hand. Oh, Taylor, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. If you could get started off with your thoughts on the match.
It was a hard match. I mean, I thought defensively, like our defending inside the box was really good. It kept us, in the game, especially like early in the game, they had some chances, and we blocked a lot of things. And obviously Alyssa came up big, but our defending kept us in the match. But we did show a number of times that, when we got in the final third, that we could be dangerous. And obviously the, 2 quick goals in the beginning of the second half got us to a point where, it became more, let's shut this down and try to defend it and see it out, which I thought we did a really good job with it.
And then talking about that defensively, right? Alyssa Nair had 8 saves between the sticks. And then you also had Tina Davidson coming back, and she had, I think, 9 clearances there. Can you just kind of talk about their performances?
They're both, they're both big time players. Yeah, I thought Alyssa did quite well and was really solid back there and kept that group together back there. And Tierna looked like she didn't skip a beat. She was really good defensively, and we can't forget, like, Washington is an explosive front group. I mean, that's as good as as any group in front group in the league. And I think to get a clean sheet against them says a lot about players like Alyssa and Tierna.
Thank you.
Thanks, Taylor. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Curious, what was the message at halftime? It clearly worked.
Yeah, I mean, it was, we're capable. We need to be a little bit more brave with the ball. I thought there were times in the first half where we passed the ball backwards, where we could have went forward. And it was when we get chances in one-on-one in wide areas, we got to go after them. And that's where, the 2 goals came from.
And then Yuki becomes now, she's second in goal contributions in Red Stars history. I don't think any of us are surprised that she's making history at this point, but curious your thoughts on her performance today and just in general.
The ultimate professional. Just a pleasure to work with. Wonderful way about her. Prepares herself to play every day like no one I've ever seen before. And everything she does intentionally, she does with purpose. And I'm not surprised by that fact. I know that there are a lot of great players that have played for the Red Stars, but Yuki is among them.
Well, thanks, Coach. Safe travels home.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Any last questions for Chris? Looks like no. All right. Thank you, everybody. I have a recording out shortly.